Hi everyone. So my this week's topic is functional training implications. Now what do I mean by this is whatever functional training workout you do, how is that actually helping you in your day-to-day life situations? So I have just randomly picked up three movements or three daily activities which you do n number of times, and it is very abstract. Of course there are much more than these three which an individual does, but I just thought of making a video on these three so that you understand what actually a functional training workout should help you in. So let's get started with these three examples. So guys, the first example of this functional training implication is a multi-planar wide squat. Now, wide squat itself is in a frontal plane, which is a different plane as compared to your usual sagittal squat. What I would be demonstrating here is a mixture of the sagittal squats as well as the frontal squats, which is the wide squats. Also, you will have some movements which are not usually seen in the gym. And that is where a person is actually functionally making himself or herself stronger so that he or she is ready for that movement which he or she does n number of times during the day outside the gym. So normal wide squat would be where this angle and this angle of my toes is the same. So this is a symmetrical angle. But is there a hard and fast rule that this has to be maintained in your day-to-day life? You will be exposed to a situation in your day-to-day life like that, or this can go there. So are you training yourself sufficiently for those kind of situations? So it is the trainer's responsibility to train you for such kind of situations, of course, taking the safety into consideration. So let me demonstrate to you a movement. I've just randomly kept a bench here. I'm standing here and I just tell my client, let's do a wide squat where your left butt is touching the bench. So it has to be that. Now, if you see this angle created here, this angle created here are absolutely different. This knee wants to cave in, so I need to make sure that this stays wide. I need to have good amount of flexibility and mobility to train my clients in this particular situation. So please don't try this with anyone and everyone. You need to have a good amount of stability on your adductors, abductors, so that your knee doesn't cave in or you don't start injuring yourself. So coming back to the topic, the angle at the left knee and the right knee is different. The angle or the external rotation at the left hip and the right hip is different. But that is what your real life situation demands, right? So your trainer has to train you functionally in such a way so that you are strong enough to withstand whatever X number of reps which you do during the day or days, etc., so that you are not injuring yourself. So train yourself, make yourself ready. Whatever you do, whichever angle you can place this, tell your client maybe just do a single leg or try to load one side more. Have a combination of all these things which will help you in the next video which I'm going to show you, which is actually helping you in your day-to-day life, one of the things which you most often do. So you will be seeing that video immediately after this video. So the exercise you saw in the previous video, now the implication of that exercise in your practical day-to-day life, which is when you're getting into the car. So you do this particular movement n number of times and you may not be realizing that how much this is helpful to you. So if I am getting into my car, by default, people just put the left leg in first when it's a right hand drive, and when it's a left hand drive they put the right leg in. So let's try and focus on what is the situation here. I have a right hand drive car and I mostly do this n number of times, and when I'm doing this particular movement right now, if you can see, my this knee is in a different angle, this hip is in a different angle, whereas the left knee and the hip is in a different angle. So when I do this n number of times, be it when I take my seat back or in front, I need to have that liberty in my joints. So my mobility and my flexibility needs to be trained that efficiently so that I can do this hundreds of times if need be and not get any issues around my joints also. Of course, people say that, oh, I do this often and I don't have any issues at all, but eventually they are compensating at some or the other points. So let's try and focus on those muscles which are supporting you in this particular movement so that your spine is safe, your posture is neutral at all points of time. Thank you.